Welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. The garden is just exploding with color through the tulips and also with the green from the different shades of the green grass. And it's just filling out on this first Sunday in May. So come with me as we do a walkabout and enjoy this May 5th garden here in my New England cottage garden in the Boston area, United States of America. Well, this is May 5th here in my garden, and it is looking very dreary, and it looks like it's going to rain. Actually, it's supposed to rain later on today around 4 o'clock, and right now it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. But I wanted you to see my beautiful Japanese maple tree, how it is just looking so good here this morning, and the leaves are starting to really unfold, and they'll get larger as the season progresses. But I love this color. Isn't that beautiful? And it looks so good with the pot that I put it in. It's really, really nice. When it rains, it has a way of destroying the tulips. So I just wanted to capture this little corner here before that even happens, because now you can see that the geraniums, the perennial geraniums, are now opening up, and it just looks so pretty with these pink, light pink tulips. Now, these tulips were planted a long, long time ago. When I say long, long time ago, a good, say, 15, 20 years ago, one of my first tulips that I put in. And so it just has perennialized itself as well. And it's just looking so pretty here. But I just wanted you to see these perennial geraniums that are opening up. Beautiful color. And also the hoster back there. It's just looking so pretty. I just love this chartreuse-like color in the garden at this time. This bed is really starting to awaken and to fill out. I love it, especially when it's like this, because everything is so fresh, so beautiful. Even my rose bush here, this is curly pink, which I'm going to have to stake, is looking good too. And I like how it looks with these red tulips that are still here as well. Now, this is a euonymus shrub that I've had for a while as well. And it always comes out fresh, looking so good here, right amongst the stepping stones and in this corner. It's like a beautiful entrance into this back area. I love it with the yellow tulip. There used to be more, but they haven't come back yet, but maybe they will. And then my rose bush here, that's the Eden climbing rose. It's supposed to be up, it's a climber, but I haven't decided to put it up yet. I wasn't sure what was going to happen to it with the weather, and I feel like it's more protected when it's lower like this, because in the past it has experienced frost damage. And I'm just hoping that we don't experience any more frost so that I can get its beautiful flowers. Later on, I will elevate it and put it up against the deck. My kitchen garden area is filling out as well. I call it the kitchen garden herb garden area here. And you can start to see these mustard green. These are mustard green plants. I love the little white flowers. And it looks so good with the hosta here. Later on I will pull it out, but for right now it has a little place in the garden. The other thing that is fantastic is that my fig tree is starting to leaf out here. And there are quite a few leaves coming or opening up there. That is exciting. I also have a maple tree here that is leafing out, and I'm using it like a bonsai tree. To me, it has a nice kind of feeling as if it's a bonsai. I've been cutting it back and shaping it. And this garden space is just growing very, very well. Things are just looking really great here. I planted my garlic in the fall, and now my onions are coming up. Doesn't that look good? And that you see there, that is Swiss chard. Swiss chard. And then my blueberry bush. You can see the flowers. I'm gonna have blueberries. Now this, I think this is an oriental poppy. And this here, that's chamomile or chamomile. I came back from last year. Over here, we have the kale. I saved my kale seeds and I tossed them out. I wish I had spaced them a little bit better, but they're the curly kale that was in this garden, and I saved the seeds because one of my gardening friends told me to let it go to seed and then save the seeds, and that's exactly what I did. And look at that, it's sprouting. And soon it will have its second leaves and so forth. And what I will do is move it around the garden. I'll put the kale in different parts. I planted some of the lemon verbena here because I want this to be an herb garden as well as a vegetable garden. Just a mixed border, mixture of different things. Because I have over there daylilies, Stella d'Oro daylilies that I had divided and brought over into this garden, and of course the hosta and the violets. And this is a mustard, and it just returned from last year when I planted microgreens here in this area. This upper bed is just filling out so well. I am pleased with it. The roses seem to be doing fine here. And also the hydrangea. The alliums are getting larger. And the astilbe, it's growing. I love that red color. I just love this right now, right here, with the ground cover. And then you add the rose bush to it. And the phlox, just beautiful. You can see the beautiful tulips. Only two. They're from the past years. I guess they gained enough strength to flower this year. Very pretty. I think that next year I'm going to add some more of those colored tulips here because that looks really pretty. Now I did plant in here, these little patches of space, some zinnia seeds and some other seeds. So we'll see what comes up. If it's weeds, if they're weed seeds, then weed plants, what I will do is just pull them up. But I can see here, do you see right there? That is cosmos, and I believe those cosmos seeds came back from last year because this whole area had a lot of cosmos that I had planted before from a wild mix, native mix, and last year they reseeded, and this year it seems like they're doing the same thing all over again, which is going to be very, very pretty. Do you see my little cat, my statue there? It's cute. Now this shrub is spirea, candy corn. I got it from Lowe's. It's a proven winner's plant. And behind that is my hydrangea, little limelight, and it's doing well as well. These red tulips are holding on, which is good. The daffodils are finished pretty much. And I planted one of the alliums up here from that grouping, and it looks really, really good. That's giving me an idea to add more alliums, to divide them when they're finished and add them in other parts of the garden. Now here, this is what I wanted to show you. This is my rose bush, and it is a David Austin rose bush, Olivia Rose Austin. And I had one before last year, and what happened was that it was killed by the frost, and the David Austin company sent me another one because they have a really good guarantee. And I planted it up here, hoping that it will be protected from the winter and winter frost. And it seems to be doing very, very well. I can see flower buds, and I am excited about that because it appears that this year I'm going to get flowers from it. So I am just anticipating this. It's going to be very pretty here in the corner. And over here also I have my oak leaf hydrangea, and it's growing up really nice. It's looking good in this corner. So this is going to be just a really pretty corner here in this upper garden. Now my son, he gave me this planter, and I planted tulips in it, and also the strawberries that were growing in my ground. They had extra little strawberry shoots, and I planted the extra strawberry shoots here in the planter. And it's coming up looking very pretty. I love it. Now, surrounding it, I sowed some marigold seeds that I had saved from last year, and I'm hoping that they will sprout and that I will have marigolds surrounding this box. I think it's going to look pretty. This side of the garden, this is another spirea, and that's double candy corn spirea. We have purple cessation alliums here, some ground cover, and also a rose. This is rose, a Pinkabell rose that I got from Home Depot about 2 years ago, and it's looking pretty good. And then this is a wild rose coming up, and this is a rose of Sharon that my aunt had given me. It was a small little seedling, and now look at it. It's grown so much. And then here is another rose bush that I got. I think this is midnight yellow. Looks really pretty. I'm glad it came back as well. And then I have some hydrangeas. Now those sticks that you see there, those white sticks, those are for hibiscus, but I don't want to cut it back because I don't want to forget where they are in the garden. So I just left them, and later on I will cut it back. But then look at how my hydrangeas are just doing so well. And those are the hydrangeas that I propagated. Now also from seed, I planted marjoram. I believe this is a marjoram or oregano, one of the two, but I think it's marjoram. And I put them in these pots for now. And here is another spirea. And then over here, this is another one of the rose bushes, the Pinkabell rose bush. And it really loves the spot. Look at how big it is. Absolutely beautiful. And these red tulips are finishing, and the garden's going to take on a different look. But for right now, this is the look that it has. Isn't this beautiful? For May 5th. This is the upper garden. It's amazing at how quickly the hostas are growing around this pot. Soon you won't even see the pot or the dirt marks there around. It will just cover the whole area. It's going to be so beautiful. Just wanted to show you this side bed. Look at that. Look at how it's covered the earth. Now all you can see are the different greenery here. The fern, the goat's beard, the alliums, the hostas, the leaves of the daffodils, and other plants. Oh, look at something toppled this over. I'm gonna have to put a stone in it to keep it up. That's the look. This bed too is filling out, and the little fruit trees are here, and I think I'm gonna have some peaches, hopefully. What I'm impressed with is that my Casablanca lilies are really growing tall. Look at that. We're gonna have some beautiful flowers in July. And here we see that the bottle pear tree has some beautiful blooms on it. Isn't that pretty? Just wonderful. I just love this bed, the center bed. It has such a woodlandy appearance with all of the different ground cover. Really attractive. Now here in this pot, I had this hosta and it was getting overwhelmed by other things, so I decided to dig it up and put it in the pot. I'm trying something new, but I think it's going to look very pretty here. I love how my red tulips look from the distance. So pretty in the garden. Now, this is so pretty. The tulips. I am so glad that I planted these tulips in the fall because I am enjoying them right now in the garden in the spring. So these are pink impressions from Costco, bag of tulips that I got from Costco. There were 50 tulips in the bag. Half of them were these pink impressions, and the other half were the red impression. So I pretty much put, all 50 here. But no, there were a couple that were left over, and I put some in the upper garden. That's why you saw them up there in that upper garden. But this has just made such a grand statement for this area of the garden. The other pink tulips that you see there, they're from last year. One thing is that sometimes these tulips, the Darwin style tulips, they perennialize here in my garden. Now, isn't this a beautiful pink? Very pretty. Now this is the upper garden on the other side, and I did plant these tulips here, and I wanted them to coincide with the lilac, and that's 2 lilac bushes that I planted a long time ago, and they're a reoccurring lilac, and I think that this looks so pretty with one another here. Very, very pretty. I love this. Now the white tulips, or creamy white tulips, they're from last year. And then the daffodils are finishing up there. You can see the alliums that are there. They're purple sensation alliums, and they're about to open up soon. And then I have some peonies that are going to flower too. So this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful corner with the peonies, the lilacs, the rhododendrons, the purple sensation alliums, the gladiator alliums, and I also have in here bee balm, which won't be flowering just yet, but just adding such great color. I also have Chasta daisies, sedum in this, irises, purple and white irises, and then I have my euonymus, and other flowers. So it's just going to be just a beautiful thing as this month unfolds in May and into June. Just a beautiful, beautiful scene. I think this is the best yet. Every year is good, but I'm loving what I see right now. Thank you for joining me here at Catherine's Garden and Home. And if you like this video and you want to see what happens later on in the month and see the front gardens and the flower gardens and everything evolve, then come and join me here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Thank you for watching. Bye.